This week, you're going to learn a little bit more about the compilation process, what happens behind the scenes when you actually run your program. And you're also going to learn more about for loops. So you're going to start with the key points. And we cover the compilation process, where you start with your C# file, and then it actually compiles it into an intermediate language file. When you run it, the common language runtime kind of takes over, and it uses a just-in-time compiler to kind of do a last-minute compile before it converts it over into the machine code and actually runs the program. So that whole process is explained. .NET and .NET Framework are explained, so you get a feel for what they are. And I can tell you .NET is part of the .NET Framework. So .NET is kind of a subset. And then we'll talk about different types of errors. And then we get into looping, and specifically for loops. And the typical type of error that you get when you loop is an off by one error. So we talk about that. In loops, we often use shortcuts for math. So we will cover those. And then we will talk about nesting structures. So nesting structures is kind of the building blocks of programming. So you may have a loop, and inside the loop, you may have an if-else statement, or you may have another loop. It's basically how we build our programs. So this covers all of that and gives plenty of examples. And then you're going to move on to Code Easy. There's 3 exercises that you need to complete. Okay, and in the past, some of the students have found them to be a little challenging. And the one they had trouble with was the minimum checker. So you can see that I do have a hint for that. The hint comes from Code Easy. This is their hint in solving the minimum checker. And you may want to take a little peek at that before you attempt the exercise, because I think it will help alleviate any frustration you may have trying to figure out what you need to do. Those 3 exercises need to go into the Dropbox, and then you're going to move on to the lab assignment. For the lab assignment, there is a video that you need to watch that explains what you need to do. And there's a couple programming examples that are similar to the task that you are being asked to code. And the video kind of goes through those programming examples, and it is helpful if you watch the video. You should be able to get the programs done quicker. Once you finish all the assignments, the Code Easy and the lab, you are ready for the first unit test. This test is worth 50 points. This is not just a true-false multiple choice test. There are lots of different types of questions on here because in a lot of our classes, you guys will be taking certification exams. And so the questions mimic the types of questions that you will find on those certs. This is all part of helping to get you ready for those professional certification tests. This test is open book, open note, and you can take it 3 times. The system will store your highest score, and there is no time limit on the test. Okay. When you submit, you will know if you got the question right or wrong, but you're not going to see the right answer, obviously, because you can take it 3 times. So the right answers will not display until the test is closed. For additional resources, again, I've got this link for tutoring hours on campus. And then I've got C# for loops and the code execution process. So if you are still fuzzy on those concepts, please take a look at these additional resources. And if you have problems with coding the lab assignment or successfully completing Code Easy, please copy and paste all of the code into an email and send it to me, because I am happy to help you. That is why I am here. Okay, so have a great week and let me know if you have any questions.